What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Aviary Attorney. We are currently in the intermission of our trial. Let's continue on. I want to go see the fox because he obviously isn't a prince. Wow, I had a really hard time saying that. You again? Visiting towers are over. Come back later. I have no time for your quibbling. Stand aside. You can't talk to me like that. I most certainly can. We have reason to believe that you're housing a suspect under false pretenses. That is in direct violation of Statutes 204B, 488C of the French Criminal Code of Justice. Failure to comply with our request may result in you, yes, you, being held directly responsible for any consequential legal action. Alright, no need to break out the legalese on me. I'll go open the cell. Wow, Falcon, how'd you memorize those criminal codes? Memorize? Come on, Sparrowson, learn how to bluff. Dirty liar. Oh god, that music's loud. Ah, Senor Falcon! It's so good to see you again. You have some good news about my case, I hope. Confront politely. Listen, Juan, in order to maximize our chances of a successful trial, I need to know every bit of information. I can't work with half-truths. If you tell me one thing and the prosecution's evidence tells me another, then we're both in trouble. I'm afraid I don't quite follow, senor. Do you want me to spell it out? I know that you are not the Prince of Spain. I know that your name is not Juan Carrido. Where is this coming from? I assure you, senor, that I am who I claim to be. If you want your trial to be a farce, then you don't need my help. Come, Sparrowson, we're leaving. Wait. Calm yourself, Falcon. I'll reveal all. What happened to your Spanish accent? Your suspicions are well placed. Juan Carrido is not my real name, and I am not a Spanish prince. That was just a persona I concocted for the purpose of getting arrested. Why would you want to get arrested? You're putting me in a difficult position. If I tell you the full story, I'd be putting someone else in danger. How about this? I'll tell you a story. I like stories. There was a girl. Wait, why did I skip that? Oh, my brain having a real hard time processing things today. Everyone has a debt these days. Indeed, but this particular mademoiselle was indebted to a very powerful man, and that man wished to collect. She had no means of paying, so the man offered her a deal. Murder this man, and I'll forget what you're owed. Refuse, and I will reap what I am owed from your parents. With no alternative options, the mademoiselle accepted. But another man, a gallant knight with foolish, archaic notions of chivalry, heard her story. The knight knew that murder was inevitable, but he saw a way to take the fall in her place. Do you understand what I'm saying? I understand. To be honest, it wasn't the subtlest of allegories. Storytelling was never my strong suit. But I'm glad that you're seeing things from my perspective. Hopefully that sheds some light on the situation. If I may ask, why did you not just go to the police with the information that you had? The police are not always an option. What is a man to do when the justice system itself is the problem? I'll let you know when I figure it out. Dwell on it. Perhaps we should talk about something else in the meantime. What's your real name? What's in a name? It's just an empty label, a vapid reflection of who we really are. Today I am Juan Carrido, the Prince of Spain. Tomorrow I may be Bruno, a pauper living under a bridge of the sign. But that doesn't change who I am or what I do. That didn't answer my question. No, I suppose it didn't. But you're a smart bird, Falcon. I suspect that you already know my real name. Bam! You are Renard Vulpes, private investigator. Very astute. And you are Falcon, private defense attorney. But that wasn't always your name, was it, Falcon? Just like me, you know how to adopt a new persona on a whim. You changed your name, Falcon? I didn't know that. This isn't about me, Juan. We're trying to uncover the truth here. Of course. So what truth is it that you're attempting to uncover, Falcon? I don't have any more questions for you, Juan. I think we've learned all we can for now. I don't feel we've learned very much. Oh, Falcon, before I forget. Could you found Mousy and ask him whether the birds have successfully flown south for the winter? What is that, some sort of code? Something like that, but rest assured that this does directly pertain to the case. Well, if we have time, I'll be sure to let Mousy know. Let's make a move, Sparrowson. So I know... Where to go? I think I'm gonna go into R&M, yeah. That seems like a good idea. Ooh, customers! Hello? Is this the office of Renard? It's you two! Mousy, what are you doing here? Oh, this is where I work. See? R&M, Renard and Mousy. Monsieur Renard Volpes and I carry out all sorts of investigations together. Although, to be completely honest, it's normally Volpes who chooses which case to take on. Mousy, we have a message for you. It's from Prince Juan himself. He wants to know if the birds have flown south for the winter, whatever that means. Oh, yes, the birds have migrated successfully. But, I mean, Prince Juan told you that, then that must mean he trusts you. He must want you to take these. Go on, take them. These are used train ticket stubs. It looks like 2 people took a railway trip to Vienna. What exactly is the point of this, Mousy? Prince Juan said that they'd help with the trial. See the names. Gautier... Nicole Signy. I recognize the surname, but I don't know who these people are. Neither do I, really. Prince Juan just told me to book train tickets for these people, and then to make sure they caught the train. And so, that's what I did. Strange. I'm not sure exactly how these stubs are supposed to help with the trial, but I'll keep hold of them just in case. Let's go, Sparrowson. Hold on. What are their first names again? Alright. I'm willing to bet those are the birds. Oh, okay. No more. Go away. Okay. Oh! I'm feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together nicely. I'm somewhat relieved that Prince Juan came clean. His secret was putting the whole case in jeopardy. We still got 1 day until the trial, but how to spend it? I suppose we could revisit the Louvre, or maybe we should just play some cards. Is something wrong, Sparrowson? You're being unusually quiet. Falcon, we need to talk. What's up? See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Anyway, I realized that we were missing a crucial piece of evidence. What evidence would that be? We know that Major Howell consumed a piece of chocolate before he died, and we know that he died of poisoning. But we still aren't sure that the chocolate was the cause. That's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Kokorika will almost certainly bring that up. So I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof of whether it contains traces of poison. Sure, that could work, but it would be incredibly foolish. Were you thinking of eating the wrapper? Maybe. Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not gonna let you potentially kill yourself like that. I knew you'd say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper. 45 minutes ago! Oh, he's dead. Sparrowson! Whoa. Okay. Is Sparrowson okay? Well, he's not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed. Oh, thank God. How did you say this happened again? It's a long story. Lawyering occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this? I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. But I have sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He'll make a full assessment. That's good to hear. Thanks, Doctor. Take good care of him. Wait a moment. There is the matter of the bill. We'll have to discuss it later. I have an important case to prepare for, and I'm one partner down. Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands. No universal healthcare yet? Bummer. This is terrible. What the hell was Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this. I finally found you! Did someone say something? Running around like a headless chicken. You're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you to drop the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen. Who's speaking? Alright, I'll step forward. But it will be the last thing you'll ever see. Oh. Up. I'm dead. Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is nighttime. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2... Did it work? Ah! Damn, Cataline, you a crazy chick. I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice, acted all innocent, and you ate the whole thing up. Shut up! I don't need to be lectured by a murderer. I'm the murderer. Why, Falcon, it was your accusations that put Baron on the death row. It wasn't my fault. Where are you going? Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to— Damn, Cataline, you a crazy chick. It wasn't my fault. Is that the excuse you make after all of your failures? I'm not making excuses. Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ. Don't call me JJ. That's all you have to say? How pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow. I could do better. Oh, it's you, Sparrowson. Have you come to berate me too? No, I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up. Can you hear me? Come on, wake up. You're starting to worry me. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I would have to find a doctor or a mortician. My head. Where am I? The Pont des Arts. You know, by the Louvre in Paris, France. I just fished you out of the sea. Nearly broke my rod doing it. Wait, I know you. You're that disrespectful lawyer guy. Jayjay Falcon or something. What time is it? Actually, what day is it? Hit your head pretty hard, huh? It's the 21st of January, around 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh no! The trial! I should have been at the court 10 minutes ago. You're running late. Take it easy. I'm sure they'll be understanding. Maybe if I sprinted. In your condition? That'd be stupid. Take a seat, clear your head. I'll go get some dry clothes. No time. No time for clothes. At least take this before you go. What's this, a dip pen? No, it's a modern fountain pen. Bone handle, gold nib. This is very fancy. Thanks, but this isn't mine. Are you sure? You're holding it pretty tightly when I found you. I was holding this? Then I suppose it has to be mine. Thanks, fisherman. I owe you one. Don't call me a fisherman. It's 9 o'clock. I believe it's time for roll call. Is the defense not present? Such unprofessionalism. If there is no defense, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented. I'll now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Howell and of conspiring to murder the king. Your Honor, may I have a word? Make it quick. I'm a firm believer that a trial must be orderly and punctual. There's no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying. But it seems somewhat rash to end a trial session the moment it's due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in case the defense is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed, and justice will be served. You are the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed. You appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict. Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute. My job description is to prosecute, but I'm here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice. He's being such an Edgeworth. That's very noble of you, but if the defense is absent, then there is little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I'll now talk with the jury. The defense is present, Your Honor. You're too late, Falcon! JJ, you look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the Seine or something? Something like that. Your Honor, we're all present. We're only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice. Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court. Your Honor. But, Your Honor. Rules are rules! One more word out of either of you, and I shall have you both disbarred. It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium. The King of France? Oh dear. Oh, are we not doing the trial after all? That's a pity. Your Majesty, what a surprise. Well, you see. You know, it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But it's the first time seeing a trial where the case is ended before it even began. Well, the defense, he was late and, Oh, pish-posh. France didn't become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with this trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right? That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objections with the king testifying. No objections here. Going ahead with the trial is fine with me. And surely you wouldn't stand in the way of the king, would you, Your Honor? Fine, proceed with this cursed trial. Excellent. Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder? Well, I started my day with tea and toast, as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time. I think you could skip ahead a little, perhaps to your arrival at the Louvre. Right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through the Louvre south entrance around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle du Tibre with little fanfare. At the Grand Gallery, I unveiled the new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose which was taken by Major Howell, and well, I think you know the rest. Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Mesdames and messieurs, of the court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. And this is no ordinary testimony. It is the testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France. Oh, you flatter me. But I am the trustworthiest in all the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubts, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I'd like to perform a cross-examination. How dare you doubt your king? The utter nerve. Oh, shut the hell up, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material. Let's see. Prince of Spain. You say that you were presented with a rose by the Prince of Spain. Indeed. He formally introduced himself. I knew he was telling the truth because he called me Senor. That man was not the Prince of Spain. Prosecutor, members of the court, brace yourselves because I have a revelation that will turn this trial on its head. Juan Carrito is not the Prince of Spain. That's not a revelation, Falcon. It isn't? Of course not. We all know that the current ruler is Queen Regnant Isabella II, and that she has no children. The Corridos are obviously pretenders to the throne. Prince Juan's title is probably self-appointed. But his name isn't even Juan. I don't even think the fox is Spanish. So what? That's important! JJ, what's important is that this man is accused of committing murder and of conspiring to kill the king. That is what's in dispute here. The man's name is irrelevant. He could be named Juan Corrido or Bob Struney for all I care. It doesn't change the events that transpired on the morning of January 6th. I suppose that's true. Interesting. I would like to ask you about your activities in the Grand Gallery. May we hear your inspiring speech? Right now, without my cue cards, I'll give it a shot, I suppose. Welcome to the grand unveiling of my beautiful portrait. I don't claim to be the greatest king penguin to have reigned over France, nor the handsomest, nor the most competent. Some may argue that I'm not even top 10 material. But I am a humble king penguin. Some consider me to be the humblest king penguin of all time. Your Honor, I object. This speech is a travesty. Sustained. Did you see anyone suspicious? Aside from the Prince of Spain, did you see anyone out of the ordinary? The Grand Gallery is always inhabited by artists. Everyone there is out of the ordinary. Could you think of anyone who stood out? Is this question going somewhere, JJ, or are you blindly stabbing in the dark? It's a valid question. Please answer, Your Majesty. Who did you see? Well, I don't know. I saw dozens of paintbrush-wielding, mustache-touting weirdos. Be specific, Your Majesty. I saw photographers, sculptors, and hipsters, and... Just what do you want for me to say? Look what you've done, JJ. You've stressed the poor king out. Badgering the king? Tut-tut. Absolutely disgusting behavior. They're stalling. What a buffoon. Fuck the jury. Do you have any other question about the king's activities in the Grand Gallery? No. You say you passed through the uneventfully. Indeed, we stopped briefly to look at the paintings and then moved on to the Grand Gallery. What about the other rooms? There are several rooms between the Louvre South entrance and the Grand Gallery, but you've only mentioned the Salle du Tibre. Why is that? Oh, the SDT was the only room we looked around in detail. The other rooms we simply passed straight through. Why'd you stop in that room specifically? Well, see, there was this giant doorstop that caught my eye and sparked a debate. Say no more, Your Majesty. What did you see in there, SDT? What did I see? Well, Roman stuff mostly. Aside from the Roman artifacts, for example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage? You're reaching, JJ. The king already testified that he passed through without encountering anything of interest. You're right, I'm reaching. Okay, I guess I will push. I have reason to believe that this was a key moment on the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw. Then I suppose that you'll have to proceed, Your Majesty. Let me think. So there was that giant doorstop. There was that copper urn thing. There was something else, now that you ask. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Howell was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf. What? Did I say something startling? No, please continue, Your Majesty. I think the prosecution is startled because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial session. Well, that's debatable. To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you describe her? She's relevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan, probably in her late teens or early 20s. A young, sorry-looking swan, you say. I don't suppose her name was... What's her name? Where's the swan? Oh, here it is. That's her name. Okay, hold on. Back out. Nope. Nope. Here it is. Scene? That sounds familiar. Why, yes. I think that was it. She was called Mademoiselle Signy. I see. This is undoubtedly significant. As Mademoiselle Signy gave chocolates to Major Howell minutes before he died. Now, just 1 minute. I see what you're alluding to, JJ. You're suggesting that the gifted chocolates killed the Major. But that line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial. Circumstantial my tail feathers. The king just testified that Major Howell ate chocolates. Yes, that much is no longer in dispute, but you still have not proved that the chocolate were poisoned. Without that, we must assume that the swan was merely offering a gift, rather than speculating that she's a murderer. Yes! Shame on you, defense, implicating a poor innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Why, I ought to end this trial. Hold on, I do have evidence that the chocolate was, in fact, poisoned. I don't believe you, JJ. If you had a piece of evidence that significant, you'd have slammed it down already. Present it. I can't. It's not really the evidence folder type of evidence. Why am I not surprised? The drama was just getting good. Why did all you that bird? You heard me. Well, Your Majesty, it appears that the defense just had a realization of his own. That is, that he lacks the evidence to support his theory. Since he cannot continue with his argument, I believe the cross-examination has come to an end. I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I had the chocolate wrapper back in my office, and Sparrowson ate it. Stop, JJ. Stop while you still have a little dignity. The results of whatever crackpot pseudo-scientific experiment you performed do not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial is over, Your Honor. About bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty. Very well. I am pleased that justice has been thoroughly served. Until the next assassination attempt, I will now deliberate with the jury. Objection! Sorry, I've always wanted to do that. Sparrowson, are you okay? Yep, the doctor said that I have an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I'd like to testify on that poisoned chocolate issue. I even got a doctor's note, see? It's too late. The trial is over. You can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn this entire trial on its head. You must allow it. Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of a public prosecutor was to assist the judges. I told you, Your Honor, my job isn't to get a guilty verdict. It's to ensure that justice is served. I swear you're the worst prosecutor in all of France. Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the note for the court to hear. This patient, Sparrowson, was submitted to... Dear Lord. Salpêtrière Hospital, where he's displayed a variety of symptoms. These included profuse sweating, a rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, probably originating from the plant known as... that, aka monkshoot, aka wolfsbane. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be clinically... Oh, we can skip that bit. Yada yada. Okay, here we go. Signed, Dr. Falray. Thank you, Sparrowson. I don't think I'll even need to question you. Between your note and the king's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered. Wait, did you say the king is here? You can get his autograph later. Right. So what happens now? Do I get cross-examined? To be honest, I see little to cross-examine. Do your jam job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that little annoying liar of a bird. Your Honor, he has a note signed by a medical professional definitively proving that the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We could nitpick the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I feared it would be a waste of the courtroom's time. Nobody wants that. Now it's been 30 minutes, I was hoping we'd get a clean break, but it seems like this trial is going to go on for a long time, so I'm just going to end the video here. So stay tuned for the next one, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!